If you want to know how I achieve my everyday basic face look like this, then stay tuned. What's up, you guys? This is Joyce back with another makeup video, and in this video we are going to do a soft glam everyday look. With that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, first thing first, as you guys know, I'm going to go in with gelling my brows down. Let's gel the brows down first. Letting them grow out, so not too much on my brows, girls, not too much. I gel down my brows. I like to go in with a highlighter, and the highlighter that I use under my brows is from the LA Girl Pro Concealer collection, and I use the darkest shade. The brush that I use for any concealer is my Real Technique 300. So I'm going to take my concealer brush and just blend out the concealer under my brows like so. So yeah, after I highlight under my eyebrows, I normally go in with some more concealer and bring it down to my eyelids. As a setting powder for my eyelids is this e.l.f. HD powder. And the reason why I use this is because I bought this a long time ago and I was going to throw it out because I felt like I had no use for it. But I started realizing that instead of me using my setting powder that I use on my face, I could put this to some use. So I found some use for it. So this is the powder I use to set my eyelid and under my brows. Chocolate Shop palette. Did I say chocolate? Sorry. I meant coffee. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in with a neutral color because like I said, we're doing an everyday look. So the shade that I'm gonna go in with is this shade down here towards the bottom. So yeah, I like to use this shade when I want to do an everyday look. So after I do that, I'm just gonna go back in with my concealer brush and just like blend it out so there's no harsh lines. And this will be the finished touch for my, well no, I'm gonna do a liner. So for my eyeliner, I'm gonna go in with the ink block that I got from Amazon. And so far this is my favorite eyeliner. The brush I'm gonna use to do my eyeliner is from the Morphe 165. Yeah. So what I like to do, I'll tap it in. And then I'll just stamp it where I want it to go, like so. You see? I'm gonna do a little bit more. So after I stamp it, I like to go to the top and pull it down. Like so. You see how I did that? And then I basically just color it in. Like that. I can never get them to look exactly the same. So you see guys that I dragged out a little too much right here, if you guys can see it. Normally I'll just go back in with the same concealer and just dab it a little. This is another reason why I love using this concealer, especially for my eyes, because it comes with its own applicator and it's easy to clean things up. Like boom. And then I'll take my concealer brush and just dab it out. And that's normally how I would fix my eyeliner when I make a mistake. So yes, now that my eyeliners are done, I am going to go in with a little bit of coloring on my eyebrows. And the reason why I like to do my eyebrows after I do my eyelids and stuff It's because I normally put a lot of gel on my eyebrows, so my eyebrows normally have to take a long time to dry. So now that they're dry, we are gonna go in and we're just gonna fill in the desired spot. And for me, doing a highlighter before filling it in helps me a lot. It basically lets me know where to draw and where not to draw because it's already colored in. I mean, it's already highlighted at the bottom. Now that I filled in my eyebrows, we are going to go down to eyeliner. The eyeliner I'm going to use is from the Kylie Jenner's collection. It's shade 001 Matte Black. On my eye. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to start the face and prime. The primer we're going to use today is the e.l.f. primer. Matter of fact, no, sorry. We're actually not going to prime right now. Right now we're going to moisturize because if you guys can see, my face is getting dry. It's a correct one. Just going to put a little bit. Moisturizing plays a good part. You can't just go on with your primer because if you're a dry girl, your face will show dryness even through your makeup. And that's not cute. So now that we moisturize our face, we are going to prime. Let's prime my face. All right, now that our primer has dried, we are going to go on with some concealer. And so far, my favorite concealer right now for the moment is this Radiance Black concealer. I don't know, but it gives me NARS. Like before I came across this one, my favorite concealer was from NARS, but this is only I believe maybe 550, and this is probably like $35, and they come out the same. They're both super creamy. They both super full coverage. They both blend out very well. So I mean, like, why would you spend the 35 when you can get what's that? 7 of these. So what I'm gonna do is put the concealer under my eye to brighten my eye. Well, I'm gonna put the concealer everywhere that I like to highlight. So that's on my eye. That's the bridge of my nose. And that's my forehead. And since this is just an everyday look, I'm just gonna put a small amount down here and a small amount right here. While my concealer is drying up, I like to go in with my contour. And my favorite contour is so far, well, I won't say favorite because they're all the same, but the two contours I normally use are the one for Milk and the one for this case. So today we're gonna go with my Milk one. Go from the top part of my ear down to, if you guys can see in this video, that my face naturally shows where the contour should be. Like if you see this little shaded dark area, it's like letting me know where my contour goes. So that's where I like to place it. So that's where I will place my contour. For those of you who don't have that area that's dark, I would tell you to go based on the top of your ear down. But since my face like to make things easy for me, I have that mark. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on the side of my nose. And then I'm gonna go right here. Up here don't have that, but I'm just gonna put a little bit. And a lot of people I know may just draw across the whole forehead. And I used to do that too, but I started noticing that I don't need to draw across my whole forehead with the contour because my forehead is not that big. So now that I realized that that's really for those whose forehead is huge, I stopped doing that. I just started putting it right here. Okay, so now that I'm done putting the contour in the spots that is where I want my contour to sit, I normally go in to blend out my contour with two different brushes, and both of my brushes are from e.l.f. This is the contour brush, and this is the angle contour brush. So yeah, these are the two different brushes I use. So for the bigger one, I use on my side, of course. I just first I tap it in and then I brush it up a little. Now let's go to the next side. I'm just gonna tap it in and then I'm gonna brush it up. And the same over here. The same over here. And the reason why I'm tapping it in is because I'm picking up some of the product and I'm moving it around. Now we're gonna go with, well, I'm not sure when you use the bronzer because, like I said, I'm not a bronzer girl. I'm just trying to start being a bronzer girl because I like how it looks on other people when they do contour and bronzer. But I'm gonna do my concealer first. I'm gonna blend my concealer out first, and then we're gonna go on with the bronzer. So let's blend out our concealer. We're gonna start from the top. I hope you guys see how well this concealer is spreading. Like, it's amazing for the price it is. And for so many years, I was hooked on NARS. I'm so happy I came across this product. All right, so let's use the small contour brush to hit the nose before we go in and play with some bronzer. So for my nose, I like to just drag it. Soft hand, I'm just dragging the product. And I like to bring it up to my, what's this called? My eyebrows. I like to drag it up to my eyebrows. Just for that natural look. And I'll bring it down my nose as well. And the same on the other side. Pick some up and drag it down. Then I take some up to my eyebrows. All right, now that we finished our contours, we're gonna open this bronzer. Oop. So now let's open. Let me look for a brush that will work well with this. And so far, I think bronzer is supposed to be put on like a circular motion. So I picked up this dense brush, and it is the Real Technique number 200. This is basically another concealer, I'm not gonna say another foundation brush, but I'm just gonna use it for my bronzer and see if it works out. So, all right. So now that we did our contour and we highlighted our highlighted spots, with our concealer, now we're gonna jump in with our bronzer. So let's get into it. So I'm going to dab this in. And I'm basically thinking I should go right on top of my contour. So I'm just gonna staple it in like this. I'm gonna go in a circle. Oh my god, it's red. Is it supposed to be this red? I'm gonna take it up to the top. Is this supposed to be red like this? Let's try some more on the other side. I'm gonna put it right on top of my contour. Then I'm gonna drag it up to the other contour spot. I don't know. Is this supposed to look like this? Or did I pick up the wrong shade? Let's bring some of this up here. Because it's supposed to give warm. Is it giving warm? I don't know. It's giving red, but I could just not be doing it correctly. No, I mean, it's not. Maybe it's the lighting. Let me see. Let me change the lighting. Now with this lighting, it's not giving red. Let me go back to the other one. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I like it, but I'm not sure if I did it correctly. If I did this correctly, make sure you guys, if I did or did not do this correctly with the bronzer, comment down below. For those who made it this far, comment down up below the comments on how I did this bronzer, and make sure you add a elephant emoji so I know. The blush that I'm going to use today, the NYX Sweet Cheeks, and this is in the shade Almost Famous. So it's like a red. So we're gonna go on with this. We're not gonna use too much because this shows. So because I like my face to look lifted, I like to go on my brush at the top. Let me get my blush brush, and the blush brush that I love to use is the Pro Brush. I cannot talk today. What are y'all doing to me? So yeah, let's tap, 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 tap in. Right, so let's set under eyes. Just know you need to have two different colors of setting powder. You want a lighter tone, which you're gonna use for under your eyes. Everywhere that you highlight, the setting powder should be lighter than the one that you're using on your whole face. You should not be using the setting powder that, for instance, this setting powder from one size, deep dark. I'm not gonna use this shade under my eyes where I highlight it. Okay, you want to use a shade that's lighter, and the shade that I'm gonna use, like a medium deep shade, I use under my eyes because look at this. Even though they call this deep, it's not as deep as the one size. So let's set under the eyes. My puff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tap it into the product, then I'm gonna rub it on my hand, and then we're gonna go under the eyes. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. We're gonna tap into the product, rub it on our hand. No matter if you use a little bit of product or a lot of product, you still need to set it. So we're gonna do the same for our nose. Everywhere you highlight it, you want to set. And the foundation we're gonna use is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And I just put a little bit down here. One or two stops. I mean, one or two packs. One, two, one, two. And I basically just put it down there just to help me blend out my face. And also it's because I don't want my whole face to look so flawless. And then down here, you just see bare skin. So I just put a little bit of something down there. So I'm going to go with my foundation brush, tap it in everywhere. Don't need too much because my whole face is already basically done. But I like to do this and just blend everything in. All right, so now we're gonna set our face because we just put way too much product on our face and did not set it. So what I'm gonna go on with my favorite setting spray. This is the setting spray that I love to do in between things, and it helps a lot. It's the Dewy Coconut Setting Mist from Elf. If I know I'm gonna wear my makeup throughout the whole day, every step in between every step, I'm gonna use this spray. All right, now that I fanned everything dry, I'm gonna go in with some lip liner. And my favorite lip liner so far, I bought off a TikTok shop, is from Juvia's Place, and it is in the shade of Coffee Bean. I need to get me another one, but when I bought it, it was on sale, so I don't think it's on sale anymore. But yeah, I bought this for $5, and if I knew it was gonna be this good, I would have bought two. But yeah, we're gonna go on with a lip liner from Juvia's Place. And now to finish off the basic look, I'm gonna go on with a my lip injection from Too Faced. It's like clear but pinkish. And nothing wrong with lip gloss and liner. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't always have to add lipstick. Lip gloss and liner is cute. All right, so after the lip liner and some lip gloss, I'm gonna go with some mascara. And my favorite mascara right now is from Fenty Beauty. Let's add a mascara. Let me just say this, because I say something is my favorite, I'm not saying it's the best. I'm just saying it's my favorite right now. So if next week I come across something else, it might change. My favorite item might change. All right, so now that we are like 99% done with our face, we're just gonna go in with some setting powder just to set the whole face. So like I told you guys before, my darkest shade is from One Size and the shade Dark Deep. And I just like to go in with this shade to hit all my dark areas. And then I grab my powder brush. This is my powder brush. I tap, and then I just hit all of my dark areas. Now for the final setting spray I like to go in is with my Milani. And I like to just drench my face. And here you have it. This is my everyday simple glam look.